So as promised, here we go. We've got the August community update, which just went live for us, and it goes over some brand new details, even beyond what we got with the year 2 trailer. So yeah, a lot of cool little details in here that we got to talk about, including a new weapon tier, which is going to be called Heroic. And a more detailed look at the brand new chapters and new cosmetics coming with the new patch. And also, finally, yes, we're getting champion skin customization. This is going to be awesome. And what about news about the Tech Marine? And I've got some exciting news about, yes, the Ultramarines champion. Also, take a look at this. Our first look at the Power Axe in action. This thing looks absolutely badass as it wrecks Tyranids right here. Also, it looks like we're going to be getting some brand new animations alongside this weapon. All right, so I say we start from the very beginning of the August community update, where of course they give us a greeting here and also a thank you to the reaction to what is happening around Space Marine 2 so far. Now, this is the stuff I've already covered in a previous video about year 2 roadmap. We're not going to go over that, but expect the patches to be rolling out similar to what we know. Of course, if you missed the whole anniversary update details and of course the year 2 roadmap, you can find that on the channel. There's a video about that. But yeah, the anniversary update patch 10 will be releasing on September 4th to start us out, and everything in this blog post is basically going over what we can expect from update 10. But yeah, let's get into the new stuff. Yes, new weapons are going to be added to the armory. Of course, we got to see that Power Axe. I just showcased that video, which looks really cool. But the cool thing that they are doing with the weapons, we are getting a new variant. Hero weapon variants will also be implemented. These variations can be exchanged against accolades from playing stratagems mode. More on that new mode below. They fall in a new mastery tier named Heroic, which is even more powerful than Relic. For example, here's the Xenophase Blade, the heroic version of the Power Sword, and the Combi Melta, the heroic version of the Bolt Rifle. Check it out right there. I want to see this in action. I cannot wait. So it's cool that we are getting a new weapon variation right there. Now, also, they're doing something very cool in regards to what we had with those time-sensitive community events and those rewards. Those really cool skins that some of you might have actually missed out on. So they have a bit of details on how you can actually obtain those now. So check it out right here. They go on to say this. What else? A selection of skins that were initially unlockable through time-sensitive community events will be purchasable in exchange of your accolades earned in stratagem mode in the refinement and redemption shop, which extends the current data refinement shop that was used until then to trade your requisition points and armory data. So this is very cool. Now among them we're getting the Porphyr Shield chainsword skin that was related to Twitch shops, the Mark X Tacticus breastplate with the 3 skulls, or the Sergeant Matarus's Iron Halo from the secret level episode. So if you missed out on those, you get a chance now to actually obtain those. Now, of course, they do say this is cool. This patch has more surprises in store. So apparently that's not all, but we've already revealed enough. Let's keep some suspense for September 4th when it will be released. Oh boy. And I did previously mention in a video that they did tease that we would be getting some champion skin customization options. And yes, we have more details on what is going on there. So check it out, champion skin customization. So moreover, champion skin customization is now available. You can mix the various armor parts of the champions. For instance, you can put the Dark Angel's champion's helmet on an Assault Marine and mix it with the Imperial Fist champion's pauldrons. However, please note that not every armor part will be available for mixing in every class. For example, the Dark Angel's champion's helmet can't be equipped on the sniper. So there are going to be limitations. You've been warned. Don't hesitate to try the boldest combination, and they give an example right here. But this is really cool, and I wonder if this is the start of things and if we'll get more details, or if they will actually get more detailed with this down the road. They didn't make an announcement about that. So yeah, at least this is the start for what we can expect from champion customization, which has been a highly requested thing. And here's another kind of tease of what you can do with the customization with champion armor now. But yeah, I'm still also kind of worried a little bit about some of the limitations within this. So we'll find out how limiting it is or how open it is when patch 10 drops. And yes, there's this entire section devoted towards stratagems. Let's dive into what was said here. So stratagems are a completely new PvE game mode. Unlike classic operations, there are only 2 difficulty modes, normal and hard. What makes this new mode different are the various battlefield conditions, which will change every day and week and make each operation completely different from what you're used to. Now, battlefield conditions can either help or hinder your progress. Upon successful completion, you will receive a new currency called accolades, which can be exchanged for valuable rewards. Now, there are weekly and daily stratagems, and each operation has their own set of modifiers. Here are a few examples of them. Summoner: every uninterrupted call for reinforcements summons the exterminate enemy. And then we have where you're aiming at. Friendly fire damage from firearms and explosives is enabled. Cadia stands: Imperial Guards spawn on levels. And then we have hunted: an unkillable lictor constantly pursues you. Dealing enough damage will scare it away for a brief time. I actually think that one is going to be a ton of fun to mess around with. And then there's many others that we have to discover for ourselves. But it's cool to know Cadia stands is going to be a thing, that we are going to be seeing potentially some really cool reinforcements called in on those operations maps, which a lot of us really wanted, especially after playing Siege mode and seeing what's possible there with calling in reinforcements. So that's really cool. Now, let's talk about those new maps, because we're getting a variation here of PvP and PvE maps. Operation Vortex, let's talk about it. Were the leaks true? So, the astropathic relay has once again fallen silent. Investigate and cleanse the relay of any lingering heretical presence. The map has a special, unique boss, the Mutalith Vortex Beast. We don't want to spoil too much. You'll have to wait for the update to drop on September 4th to discover its moveset. But here is a new screenshot right here of our new operation. You guys know I'm all about the operation, so it's great to see a new operation already. And we're going to be getting 4 brand new PvE missions, kind of like back to back as we go throughout year 2. So hell yes. But yeah, for those of you that are still interested in PvP, there is some stuff going on around that. We have internal war map Bridge. A new PvP map will also be added called Bridge, with long hallways and small tunnels. This map offers diversified battles and multiple possible strategies to dominate the battlefield. Here is how it looks, and they have a little preview here. And here it is, our first look at Bridge PvP map. There's that long hallway, some opportunities for you snipers out there, but that's all the glimpse they gave us on that one, but looks pretty cool. And I wanted to swing it back here to PvE because we are getting the new Majora's Enemy Chaos spawn, and guess what? We got a new fresh look at them right here. They look badass right here. But you can see they got their claws out, which means they're going to be getting up close and personal for the most part. We have some details here. Brace yourself, Space Marines. This one might give you a hard time, coming with a total of 3 variations. The Chaos Spawn enters the fight. Swifter and more agile than its bulk suggests, the Chaos Spawn constitutes a formidable enemy, getting up close and personal. So that is going to be very cool. And we did get some fresh new looks at the brand new cosmetics and champion skins that we can expect for year 2 and this brand new update. So check it out. Black Templars champion pack, of course, from the Bulwark. Dude, this looks like one of the best. I gotta say, that is iconic. I cannot wait. And then, of course, they give some details here. The first class to receive a champion is going to be the Bulwark for Season 2. That's going to be the Black Templars. But he's also getting some cosmetics here for the Power Sword, as well as the Storm Shield, and a unique chapter banner. Looks absolutely sick. So I love this look. Probably going to be one of my favorite cosmetics so far added in the game. But they didn't stop there, because there are more things they are adding here, including the Imperial Fist cosmetic pack. So if you're a fan of Imperial Fist, get ready. You're going to be seeing some support for one of your favorite chapters. And yeah, you can see that type of support right here. So really cool stuff happening all around with cosmetics with update 10. And unfortunately, they don't have any like brand new screenshots or videos of the Tech Marine. They did say any news about the Tech Marine. That is going to be happening in early 2026 with patch 12. That's the release period for that. But they don't have any work in progress assets for us. But yeah, we are going to be getting the Ultramarines champion pack, which will be available to purchase as a standalone DLC. So yeah, you'll be able to go in there and finally be able to obtain the Ultramarines champion pack separately now. And yes, a very big concern was the recent poll that Saber did about contested health recovery. And they did have some words here in regards to this, kind of replying to you guys. So let's get into this right now. So we understand that this is a very touchy subject, and we will be extra careful with our changes. Range contested health will not be nerfed globally by tweaking one number. It doesn't work that way. Plus, there are some ranged weapons which already have inefficient range contested health recovery. Buffing melee contested health isn't going to be just increasing a percentage value. There are certain quality of life features that need to be implemented for melee contested HP to work properly, like CHP during grabs, etc. All of the changes on the subject will go through PTS testing first, so your feedback will be very much welcome. Thanks for participating and helping us shape the future of the game. Again, a PTS is going to be coming up here. It's not going to be releasing alongside Update 10. They did confirm that. It's going to be afterward. I'm wondering if that is going to be before 2026 or in 2026. We'll have to wait for details from them, of course. But also, we have Twitch drops, which will be returning. So from September 4th to September 18th, Twitch drops returns in-game rewards. So watch any Space Marine 2 stream to unlock, of course, the Mark X Skull Breastplate. We've got the Mark X Pristine Aquila Breastplate, and then the Porphyr Shield Power Axe skin as well. So there's a lot of different things on the table there. And here's a look at those right there. I can't forget that we are getting another new game mode. It's not for PvE, it is for PvP. So check it out, new game mode. Hellbrute Onslaught PvP. We have some details and a new fresh screenshot right here. This actually looks legit. So it says this: a brand new mode will be added with this update and will be playable on all maps. Here's your brief. 2 teams of Chaos Marines will fight to control strategic areas, but also to take control of the Hellbrute. The first team to take control of an objective gets to control the Hellbrute until the opposite team takes it down. One player gets to control the Hellbrute at a time, and this player will be picked randomly among players who participated in securing the control point. For the team that failed to secure the first control point to have the Hellbrute on their side, they will need to slay their opponent's Hellbrute and secure a new designated control point. Controlling the Hellbrute grants the team a strong advantage, but killing it rewards significant amounts of points to your team. One last thing, the Hellbrute uses a Hellbrute Thunderhammer in melee and a plasma cannon in range, and it can unleash a battle cry with its special skill to regenerate HP. Actually, that sounds pretty damn cool, and I see kind of a reason for us that really love PvE to perhaps at least jump into PvP for a little bit of a break and have a little bit of fun in that Hellbrute game mode. Alright, so as always, I love going over your guys' comments, so let's do this. Remember, if you are new, welcome aboard. Leave a comment down below, it can end up in a future video, and also be sure to smack that subscribe button to stay in the know about all things Space Marine 2. So let's do this. So we have, calling it now, the redacted champion is Blood Ravens and will coincide with the release of Dawn of War 4. Dude, that is a good guess right there, an excellent guess. Hell yes, I would love to see that. Some sort of crossover content with Dawn of War 4, which would be cool to actually cover on the channel. Let me know if you guys want to see me cover Dawn of War 4. It would be a lot of fun to have like real-time strategy games back in rotation with my library of games I'm currently playing. But anyway, we have Don't Have to Wait Long, Salamanders, hell yes. And then someone did mention, you missed mentioning this part, patch 15 shows an Ultramarine in Terminator armor, and there is some like back and forth here saying like, hoping for the best. No, it didn't. It showed the 10th edition Ultimate box art. I think that is the box with a Terminator captain against a Tyrannid. Well, it's just official GW box art, but it's still a dude in Terminator armor. I'm not too sure if that's kind of suggesting that we'd be getting a Terminator type stuff in the future, but I don't want to overhype anything, you know? So yeah, that's kind of the reason why I'm not going to like lean into that too much. They were very clear on the Year 2 roadmap details about stating that we're getting one class, the Tech Marine. But they did basically only show us up to quarter 2. They didn't show us quarter 3 or quarter 4, which kind of does have me curious. So I think that they are still mulling over some ideas for what they want to do long term. But things can change. When you're talking about long term stuff, it's not cemented. And yeah, things can definitely change. They could decide to go a different route if they do decide to add in another class beyond the Tech Marine. All right, so moving on, we have this right here. Never before have I so badly wanted modular champion skins. I want that Black Templar's helmet, backpack, and chest piece. Dude, the Black Templar looks absolutely sick. I think by far he's going to be one of the most popular. All right, so yeah, there it is. The latest happenings around Space Marine 2. I will keep you guys in the know as always and updated about this one. And let me know what else you guys would like to see me cover on the channel. But thank you guys so much for love and support. And I will see you all next time. Take care.